Hello, everyone. Hi. How are you? It is so cool to jump in and to see your names already popping up, like waiting for it. Hi, 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 everyone. Oh, so cool to see all those names pop up. How are you all doing in these crazy, crazy times? Um, it is a very strange period, isn't it? Um, hmm. Yeah. I don't know if you recall, but I was supposed to be in the Netherlands this weekend. And as you can see, I am right at home. For all my Dutch butterflies out there, I miss you. I seriously do. Well, I think that lockdown is going to be the big word of the evening, right? I think that many of us are under lockdown or partial. Well, what we have here in Belgium, I still call that partial lockdown. I think that there's more lockdown to come. Um, so, yeah, I'm very sorry too. I was, I thought that my gut feeling said once everything is in the car, that's when it will that is when it will get cancelled. Luckily for me, it was before everything was in the car. Unluckily for all of us, we were so looking forward to this. So it's a big miss. Ellie, I seriously feel for you because I know that at some point the same thing will come your way. Because I think it's the only way to beat this thing. Um, but yeah, I consider that we're still in partial lockdown. So here in Belgium, schools are closed, restaurants, bars, all recreational things are closed. Um, Shops, non-food shops, can be open during the week, but not during the weekend. So they have to close during the weekend. So if you want to get like a haircut or clothing or whatever, you have to go during the week because in the weekend they are closed. The only ones that are allowed to remain open are grocery stores and pharmacies. For now, borders are still open, but I expect them to close them at some point. Or at least have like a very strict control system for the people going in and out. Um, so yeah, here too, games, sport events, everything is cancelled. Sabina, I think it will come because when you see how fast this thing spreads, it's it's um it's scary. But hold on. We are here to do some creative soul searching, right? We are here to change our minds of all the things that are going on out there. So let's leave those things out there for now. And let's focus on something a little bit more fun. Because I'm sure that when you turn on the TV, turn on the radio, that is all you hear about. So let's not do that here. Let's change the subject now. I have a couple of fun things to announce. Maybe it's thanks to everything that's going on out there, but nonetheless, it's going to be fun for you. So let's focus on something completely different. Let's start with the fun stuff. Hello, my lovely butterfly. Welcome to this new A Layer a Day challenge prompt. Um, Before we dive into things, you know that I'd like to give a couple of shout outs. Now, I had a bit of a problem with a couple this week. Because as you know, I was super duper busy prepping to get everything in the car. So I didn't spend, I think I didn't spend like an hour on social media over the past week. So it was very hard to keep track of what was going on. So I was like, I'm so grateful to have Kathleen who keeps an eye out for me while I am running around like a headless chicken. But I was like, I want to give shout outs this week. I seriously want to give shout outs. And my thought was, I want to give a shout out to everyone out there who is still putting down a layer a day despite all the distractions that we have at this moment. And then I started to write down all the names of all the people who were continuing to put down a layer a day. And I am not kidding you. I wrote down 34 names. So I don't know if you know, but within the group we have 3 Lindas. We have 2 Janes. I wrote down all the names. And you know what? Of all the names, I'm just going to give one shout out because that was one spread that really got like burned into my eyes. That is how much it appealed to me, and that was Maria's spread. And unfortunately, oh yes, I did. Maria van Dijk. Maria. That spread, the colors on that spread were like, they felt like home to me. So thank you so much for sharing that with us. But all 34 of you, all the Janes, all the Lindas, all the Karens, the Kirsty, the Eleanor, Trude, Celia, Belinda, Jackie. I mean, 34 names. I wrote down all of them. That's the only way I could count how many people shared their spreads with us this week. Yeah, Trude, your name is there too. So thank you for continuing to put down a layer a day despite everything that is going on. And Sharon, that thing right there is the new logo. I'm not going to show it closer for now. I am working very, very hard behind the scenes. I'm going to tell you a little bit. I'm not going to tell you what is going on, but I have a couple of fun things coming at the end of this. But first, let's focus on today's subject. We are on week 11 of this A Layer a Day challenge. This one is running from March 14th until March 21st. We are all about mood boards this month. We started by having a before and after moment, by having a look at the current situation, how things were going right now. Last week it was all about what we are actually longing for. What is it that we really want, to the extent that we're willing to look at it any time of the day, think about it any time of the day, focus on it every time we feel like it. So this week it is time to actually get into the subject. This week we're going to visualize, because no mood change can happen without visualizing what it is we want, right? So we're going to make an actual vision board. Easy peasy. Are you ready? Are you ready for the twist? Because here it comes. I don't know if you have read the book The Secret. I have, a long time ago, and one of the names that stuck with me of one of the participants to the book was Mike Dooley. Mike Dooley is one of those positive vibe visionaries. If you know the top note from the universe, that's him. It's not the actual universe. It's Mike Dooley writing those and getting those out in your mailbox. Mike Dooley works with a theory which he calls infinite possibilities, and it's all about visualization. So far, so good. Now here comes the twist. To him, to be able to visualize to the full extent, like with all the potential that we have, there's two things that we need to keep in mind. And I'm now giving you like the very short version of his infinite possibilities. The first thing is that you need to actually feel it. So having a vision board is good. It's very good. It's a first step into the direction of visualization. But to actually feel what is on your vision board. I remember his example of the new kitchen. If one of your dreams is a new kitchen, don't just see your new kitchen. Feel yourself standing in that new kitchen and opening the cupboard and grabbing the cup out of that cupboard that has the exact color that you have always dreamed of, that opens and closes exactly in the way that you have always dreamed of. Feel it. Feel yourself stand there and let the gratitude that you feel from standing there overwhelm you. That is one of his techniques. The second part of his infinite possibilities is stop asking questions. Don't ask how, who, when. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Just visualize and feel, and don't wonder how or when or whatever. There was this one lady who said last week with the challenge, I am dreaming of a flat stomach. No idea how that is going to happen. Well, stop asking how it's going to happen. See yourself with that flat stomach, and who knows, it might come to you. There you go. Oh, Ellie, I love reading this kind of thing. That visualization method sure worked for the second phase of our home renovation. Now I'm using it for the third phase, new flooring. Exactly. Exactly. Oh, I love reading these things. So if you would like to know more about it, look up Infinite Possibility, look up Mike Dooley. If you're not subscribed to the Tut Note from the Universe, that is one thing that you might get into and that might help you visualize or lift up that positive spirit that we so much need, especially now. Now, my invitation to you for this week's challenge is feel what it is that you were longing for last week and put those feels into your journal as if it had already occurred. Easy peasy, right? Are you still with me, or have I lost everyone at this point? Now, if you're like, oh my God, seriously? You're going to go like all woo-woo on us? I'm sorry, that's okay. My eldest son is in desperate need of his mom, but he will have to wait a couple more minutes. If this is all too woohoo for you and you feel like completely lost and crazed out, just make a vision board. Keep it simple. It can work that way too. But if you want to take your creative soul searching a step further, here you go. Feel it and then visualize it in your journal. Are we ready? Are we ready for this challenge? I see a lot of things about a fish in the comments. What's going on? I had a fishy stuck and the fish funeral. Oh my God, Danielle. My condolences. Write a list and post it on your fridge. There we go. Okay. Oh, good, good, good. I am looking forward to see everything that will come out of those. You're as crazy as I am. If you're still here, you're as crazy as I am. Out of our crazy heads. Alva, how do you create a vision board? So the actual thing about a vision board is that you take images of the stuff that you are dreaming of, and you put all of those on a piece of paper, on a board, on whatever it is you have, and that becomes the vision of what it is you are longing for in your life, a vision board. But we are into creative soul searching, so I try to find ways to take that a step further. So instead of just going with images and putting those in your journal, if you're into collage, this challenge is like walk in the park, fingers in the nose, on the paper and done. But if, like me, you don't like to put actual images in your journal, go with the feel. Go with feeling what it is you are longing for and put that in your journal. Like I said, if you're dreaming of, let's take another example than that kitchen. If you're dreaming, I think that many of us in these times and days are longing for hugs from their loved ones that they might be separated from. I myself will not be visiting my dad for a while. I went to his house on Tuesday, but my stepmom had a major surgery last August, so she is very vulnerable. She's doing fine. She's doing really fine. She's probably doing much better than she thinks she is. Visually. But I know she is extremely vulnerable. So I went by on Tuesday. I didn't touch anything. I sat like this, my hands with me, kept my distance, no hugs, no kisses. But of course, I'm longing for a hug and a kiss from both of them. So my vision board could be me imagining how grateful I will feel, how overwhelmed with love I will feel the day that I will be able to give my dad and my stepmom a hug again. Feel that and then put that in your journal. That is something that I would be doing. Okay. Now, if you're still at a loss for how to get started, please join the Facebook group. The link is in the description of this video. But please do reply to the questions. There is no point in asking to join if you don't reply to the questions. It's okay to be a beginner. It's okay to be a rookie. It's okay to have no idea what it is I'm talking about. But please do answer something, anything. Okay. Now, before we end this thingy thing today, because it's already almost 8:20, I have 2 more things that I have to announce. As you know, I have 15 stamps to this day. 15 stamp designs. My patrons know of a major plot twist that is coming. We call it the plot twist. Because I cannot tell you what is happening. What I can tell you is that at this point, I am rethinking my 15 stamps. I am thinking a lot about, do I want to continue with all 15 of them? Do I want to change things up? So, between now and the 20th of this month, I will be taking major decisions, and some stamp designs might disappear. So if you wanted to get one of the stamp designs, they're all back in stock on my web shop because I stocked up to go to Art Specially. It's all up on my web shop. Now would be the time to get them because they might no longer be 1 week from now. Just saying. There's no point in sending me a mail asking me, hey, which stamp are you going to take out? I don't know yet. And until the 20th, I'm leaving myself the liberty to decide and to change my mind over and over and over and over again. Because believe me, that is what I've been doing the last couple of days. But I do want to change things up. So it is going to happen anyway. That is the first thing. Yeah, all of a sudden they're all limited edition. I have decided that all of my stamps all of a sudden are limited edition. But I have a second little surprise for you. So besides that, I also put the infusions in the web shop because, well, I got them ready to go to especially, so they're all up there in the shop. No, I do not do package deals for the simple reason that, as you know, I try to sell everything as cheap as I can. So doing sales and stuff like that is simply not possible. I don't do Black Friday. I did it like once or twice maybe, and I totally disagree. I'd rather sell everything all year long as cheap as I can sell it. But the downside is that there's no discount and stuff like that. I do have something else, however. Because this too is something that I prepared for Art Specially. Remember last week that I said, oh no, it's okay, Vix. It's okay, Vix Twix. Don't worry, I'm just explaining. Last week I told you, if you're coming to Art Specially, please do come up to Kat or me and say, hello, my lovely butterfly, because you might be in for the win of something. And then I didn't announce what the win would be because I was feeling that this thing was not going to happen like it just happened now. It's not going to happen. But I still have the little tickets for the Hello, my lovely butterfly raffle. So this raffle is still going to happen, and you are all in for the win. What you need to do is just place an order on the shop. For each €35 that you spend within the shop, you will receive one of those tickets. And I will do that until next Sunday included, because next weekend the new A Layer a Day sticker sheets will be available as well. Just saying, but that's a subscription, so that's completely separate. You will get one half of the ticket. I will keep the other half for me. And then at the end of the month, during the live prompt at the end of the month, we will do the raffle and I will just pick winners. And now you might be wondering, but hey, what can we win? You can win a hangout just like I have with my patrons. It will not be a hangout that I have with my patrons because those are for my patrons separately, but I will do a one-time 1 hour and a half hangout with 6 of you, 6 winners, here in a closed YouTube thingy thing. €35, I think that by now that should be like $37, $38. Now, there is no point in trying to buy the same kind of ticket so that you can cheat and say, haha, look, I have the other one. Because I will be stamping one of my images on the back side of the stamp. And I will not show you that image, of course. So that when you are one of the winners, you will have to show the backside of your ticket. And if it matches the stamp that I have on the backside of my ticket, well, you might be in for a win. So, well, the more you spend, I'm sorry, but the more chance you have to win. Like an hour and a half in a closed group. It will either be a hangout or a journal with me. We will discuss that together. 6 of you will win, and then we'll do our thingy thing. That being said, if you're one of my patrons, we already have our hangouts and live channels with me planned for the month. But considering the situation that we're in, that we're all in, I will be doing impromptu hangouts and live channels with me, which will be announced like an hour in advance, maybe 2 hours in advance, on the Facebook group and on the Patreon page. So please do keep an eye open on those. Make sure that your notifications are turned on so that you don't miss any of those. So the live channels with me will be for the 5+ patrons and the hangouts will be for the 15+ patrons. And these will be for each and every butterfly for each 35 euros spent in the shop. I think I've said everything. Let me. Okay, I didn't forget anything, right? Na. Okay, I think I've said everything. I have like the 34 names in my book. That is so crazy. That's it. That is all I have for you today. We're 25 minutes in. I think it's time to get back to our lives. So, for this week's 11, a layer a day challenge, my invitation to you is to visualize. If you want to take it a step further and really turn this into creative soul searching, feel it. Really feel what it is you want to visualize. Don't ask questions like who, when, how. It doesn't matter. Just visualize and feel what it is you want to feel. The second thing, by the 20th, big things will happen with the stamps because I have decided to. And if you want to be in for the win, you know where to be. The link to that is in the description of this video too. I'll see you in the Facebook group. If you're one of my patrons, I'll see you on the Patreon page and in the closed Facebook group. Thank you so much for joining me again tonight. You are all the most amazing butterflies out there. Be safe. Take care of yourself and your loved ones. Don't forget to put down a layer a day. Butterfly kisses.